Thomas Yanni Licavoli, February 9, 1904, September 17, 1973, was an American gangster and bootlegger during Prohibition. Born in St. Louis, Missouri, Licavoli, along with brother Peter Joseph Licavoli and cousin James Licavoli, worked with Jewish gangsters to take over illegal gambling in St. Louis. The Licavolis soon moved on to Detroit, Michigan, and would control criminal operations in Detroit and Toledo, Ohio, throughout the Prohibition era. Early years. The second of 4 children of Sicilian immigrants, Licavoli grew up in the Jewish slums of St. Louis. Licavoli's parents wanted him to become a Catholic priest, so he enrolled in Christian Brothers College High School in St. Louis to study for the priesthood. When he was 19, Licavoli was arrested for carrying a concealed weapon, and decided to join the U.S. Navy rather than go to prison. However, soon after completing his basic training, Licavoli deserted. Rather than face the legal and gang-related problems facing him in St. Louis, Licavoli followed his brother Peter Joseph to Detroit, Michigan. Once in Detroit, he joined the infamous Purple Gang. Licavoli married Zina Moseri and had 2 daughters, Grace and Conchetti. Bootlegging. Licavoli quickly rose through the ranks of the criminal world and by the mid-1920s was one of the most powerful gangsters in Detroit. With Prohibition as the law, Licavoli and his brother Peter Joseph had established themselves as a formidable force in the Detroit underworld. Well known for their brutal tactics in dealing with rivals, the brothers soon controlled a large-scale operation smuggling liquor from Canada across the Detroit River to the United States. In 1927, Licavoli and his associate Frank Camerato were convicted of carrying a concealed weapon in Windsor, Ontario, and served 3 years imprisonment in Canada. After Licavoli's release from Canadian prison in 1930, the family attempted to expand its liquor operations to Toledo, Ohio. However, they were met with stiff resistance from local bootlegger Jack Kennedy. The 2 sides fought a violent gang war which would eventually end in Kennedy's death in July 1933. Licavoli's gang may have been involved in the death of Gentleman Jimmy Hayes, who operated casinos in Ohio and Michigan. Licavoli was arrested for conspiracy to commit murder in the slayings of Kennedy and 3 others. Convicted in 1934, Licavoli was sentenced to life imprisonment at Ohio Penitentiary, despite attempts by Cleveland mobster Alfred Polizzi to secure him parole. Prison and death. In 1969, Ohio Governor James A. Rhodes commuted Licavoli's sentence from 1st to 2nd degree murder, making him eligible for parole. Rhodes's decision, heavily criticized in the media, may have contributed to his defeat in the 1970 Republican primary election for the U.S. Senate. In 1971, Licavoli was granted parole due to poor health. He retired to private life, living with his wife and daughter in the Columbus, Ohio suburb of Gahanna until his death on September 17, 1973. Further reading. Schaffer, Terry, Illegal Gambling Clubs of Toledo, Happy Chipper Publishing, 2012, ISBN 978-0-615-64443-1. Dixon, Kenneth R. Nothing Personal, Just Business, Prohibition and Murder on Toledo's Mean Streets. Fremont, Ohio, Lesher Printing, 2003. ISBN 0-9788588-2-4. Capisi, Jerry. The Complete Idiot's Guide to the Mafia. Indianapolis. Alpha Books, 2002. ISBN 0-02-8642225-2. Paurello, Rick. To Kill the Irishman: The War That Crippled the Mafia. Novelty, Ohio. Next Hat Press, 2004. ISBN 0-9662508-9-3. Repetto, Thomas A. American Mafia: A History of Its Rise to Power. New York, Henry Holt and Company, 2004. ISBN 0-8050-7798-7. Turner, William W. Hoover's FBI. New York, Thundler's Mouth Press, 1993. ISBN 1-56025-063-1. References. Sifakis, Carl. The Mafia Encyclopedia. New York: De Capo Press, 2005. ISBN 0-8160-5694-3. Dixon, Kenneth R. Nothing Personal, Just Business, Fremont, Ohio. Lesher Printing, 2003. External links: Thomas Licavoli at Find a Grave, The Detroit News Rearview Mirror, The Crosstown Mob Wars of 1930-31 by Paul R. Kaviv.